What's up guys, it's Conquering123 back with another video, and today I'm going to be telling you guys my top 9 favorite Star Wars movies in the saga. So I'll be going from my least favorite to my favorite. Let's start off with number 9. Number 9, Attack of the Clones. Attack of the Clones is an okay movie. It's not good, it's not bad, it's okay. A lot of people think it's bad, a lot of people think it's good. I think it's It's an okay movie. It shows the love story between Anakin and Padme. And then, what's next? And I like the part where Obi-Wan just jumps into that probe in the beginning of the movie. And then it plays that music. And then, my favorite part is Anakin and Obi-Wan chase the assassin Zam Wesell, who's working for Jango Fett. I like the Petroniki arena battle where they're on the planet of Geonosis fighting and all those Jedi come. That's when all the Jedi, that's when a lot of Jedi came. But the dialogue is not very good. That's a big disadvantage of Attack of the Clones. I like how it shows the clones. I like how when it shows the clones at the end of the movie, and when Obi-Wan's on Kamino, the Obi-Wan versus Jango Fett. Obi-Wan could have used the Force a bit more. It was more of a hand-to-hand fight, and yeah. The end, I like Anakin using the 2 lightsabers. That's about it. Yoda versus Dooku, I don't think it's very entertaining. Obi-Wan versus Count Dooku, it's really short, and Count Dooku's just taunting Obi-Wan that he can do better. Surely you can better. And then he says, Master Kenobi, you disappoint me. Yoda owes you blah 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 or esteem or something. That's Attack of the Clones. Let's move on to number 8. Number 8, The Last Jedi. The Last Jedi is an okay movie as well. But I like the part where Kylo Ren says the Resistance is dead and the war is over, and once I kill you, I would have killed the Last Jedi. And Luke says the Resistance is not dead and the war is not over, and I will not be the Last Jedi. And he just swings, and then Kylo Ren just swings, and Luke's actually not there, and he's just a hologram, which is really cool. And then he risks his life to stall. He's stalling so it gives the Resistance time to escape. And then Rey just uses the Force, and then to remove those rocks for the Resistance, for the people, Princess Leia, Finn, Rose Tico, Poe, So The Last Jedi, it's not very interesting in my opinion. I mean, it's my 8th favorite movie because it's just not as good as the other movies in Star Wars. That's why. The sun. Jeez. Oh, the sun just came. Sorry about that. It's just not as good as the other movies. Better than Attack of the Clones, in my opinion. So that was number 8. Now let's move on to my 7th favorite movie. Number 7 is The Phantom Menace. The Phantom Menace is a good movie overall. A lot of people do not like The Phantom Menace for some darn reason. I think it's a good movie. The battle at the end, Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan versus Darth Maul. Duel of the Fates. That music is fire. It's really, really good. I might use it one day, but I will cite my sources, because I do not want to get in trouble. Cite your sources, kids, for music and stuff, because you don't want to get plagiarized. What? I don't think that makes sense. So anyway, let's get back into the movie. Misa Jar Jar Binks. That Jar Jar Binks, the worst character in Star Wars. Misa hated by everyone. You saw save my life. What's your name? What's your son name? Me saw Jar Jar Binks. That. Come on. Ahmed Best, he reported he wanted to commit suicide after playing Jar Jar Binks because he was hated so much. Then Attack of the Clones comes back. Annie! Jar Jar Binks is the worst character in Star Wars. I know a lot of people, not just personally. I know a lot of YouTubers. I've watched some. Some of them hate Jar Jar Binks so much. Some people I know personally hate Jar Jar Binks. He's just annoying. At the end, the Gungan battle between the droids. Jar Jar, you saw that boomer. Me sa no have a boomer. And he tried to, and then he gets it. Playing hot potato with him, and then he gets a droid, and then that little ship crashes. But Darth Maul, Qui-Gon, and Obi-Wan's really good. Trade Federation negotiations kind of where they negotiate. It's kind of boring. Not much. I like the part where they use that toxic gas, and then the droids think they're dead, and then they ignite their lightsabers, and they get out of the smoke, start killing the droids, and then the destroyers are just use force speed, or droidecas. What did I say? Destroyers. I don't know. They called them destroyers. I don't know why. What else? The Phantom Menace. I mean, the pod racing's also pretty cool. Where they show Anakin and they find Anakin on Tatooine because they need new parts. And then Anakin's just in that ship at the end and just destroys the whole Trade Federation. That's how he became the best star pilot in the galaxy. So that was number 7. Now let's move on to number 6. My 6th favorite Star Wars movie is The Force Awakens. The Force Awakens is a good movie and Star Wars, and it's the beginning of a trilogy. And everybody's excited for a new movie, a trilogy. I think it is a good movie. It's kind of like A New Hope. It shows the new hero, Rey. And I like how it shows that Anakin Skywalker has that lightsaber, and then Luke, and then Rey, and then it goes on to Rey. It shows Kylo Ren at the end. The lightsaber duel is pretty cool. Finn was a stormtrooper, and then he helped Poe escape. Then he came to the light side. It shows Maz Kanata telling her about the Force and stuff, even though she was no Jedi. She even admitted it. She was no Jedi, but she knew the Force. What else? Didn't I already say this? The lightsaber duel at the end. I mean, I like it. Finn, even though Finn just lightsaber dueled Kylo Ren, even though he knew he wouldn't be able to beat him. But he tried anyway. And then Rey using the Force to get her lightsaber. Kylo Ren says, "That belongs to me." And then Rey just comes from behind and she takes it. That was a good scene. I like that part. They destroyed the Starkiller base. Unfortunately, Han Solo died. A lot of people do not like The Force Awakens. I think it's okay. The problem was the lightsaber dueling. Swinging baseball bats. It's like swinging baseball bats. It's not very good choreograph. It's not really good choreography. It's not as good as the original trilogy. Besides A New Hope, because it was slow because it was Star Wars' first lightsaber duel by recording. So I think that's The Force Awakens by number 6. Number 6, now number 5. My 5th favorite Star Wars movie will have to be, let's think, Revenge of the Sith. Revenge of the Sith is a good Star Wars movie. great, as a matter of fact. Anakin versus Obi-Wan at the end, good choreography, good music. Obi-Wan versus General Grievous, it was okay. Anakin and Obi-Wan versus Count Dooku, it's when he really releases his anger. And Mace Windu, Kit Fisto, Stacey Tin, and Agen Kolar against Palpatine. I feel like he killed the 3 other Jedi, Mace Windu, no, not Mace Windu, Stacey Tin, Kit Fisto, and Agen Kolar. They killed them. He killed those 3 Jedi in 15 seconds. And he battled Mace Windu for 5 freaking minutes. Should have increased the time for the other 3 Jedi. Should have decreased the time for Mace Windu. Because Mace Windu doesn't make much of a difference between those 3 Jedis. Is he better than them? Yes. Is he much better than them? No. And yeah. So Revenge of the Sith is my 5th favorite movie. And it also shows Darth Vader at the end, which is really good. And it shows Luke and Leia getting born, which is really good. Really good movie. Great, actually. And yeah, that's my 5th favorite movie. Now let's move on to my 4th favorite movie. 4th favorite movie is Return of the Jedi. Return of the Jedi is a great movie. And it starts off in Tatooine. And then Luke and then there's a Rancor and stuff, which is phenomenal. And then Han Solo accidentally kills Boba Fett. There are some theories that he's still alive. I don't know. I'm more of a neutral guy. I wouldn't be surprised if he was alive. If Star Wars announced if he was alive, I wouldn't be surprised if he was dead. But I do think he's dead. I do think he died. But I'm still more neutral. What else? Oh yeah, the end, Emperor Palpatine striking down Luke with the lightsaber, Force lightning, and then Darth Vader just throws him into that pit. I don't know what it's called, and then just blows up. And then Lando Calrissian with a puppet named Nien Nunb. If you don't know who Nien Nunb is, I don't blame you, because not many people know who he is. Only big Star Wars fans like me know who he is. Here's a picture right here. There's a picture. It should show up right here. Yeah. Yeah, right there. Yeah. And then it plays that music. If you don't know what music I'm talking about, it's the music I used on the previous 2 Lego videos. The music I used while time lapse. Here's the hint. Da, 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 da. Yeah, okay. And yeah, that's Return of the Jedi, my 4th favorite movie. Now let's move on to my top 3. Now moving on to my top 3. My 3rd favorite movie is I was about to say Return of the Jedi. No, I already did that. My 3rd favorite movie is A New Hope. It's the first Star Wars movie that came out. Story-wise, it's the 4th movie. So yeah, it shows Ben Kenobi versus Darth Vader. Ben just coming back to fighting after going into exile for 19 years. Protecting Luke on Tatooine. And then he died because he knew his life. He had nowhere to do. He had nothing to do. His life he wasn't in his prime anymore, and he just decided to let Darth Vader kill him and strike him down. And he said, "You can't win, Darth. Even if you strike me down and just become more powerful than you could possibly imagine." Well, he was right, because he can become a Force ghost and just haunt him for the rest of his life. And then it shows Luke blowing up the Death Star, and then he realizes it's time to learn the ways of the Force. After seeing his aunt and uncle's house getting destroyed by the stormtroopers, the Imperial Sand Troopers, that's when he knew it was time to go learn the ways of the Force. And then they blow up the Death Star. And then you have Ben saying, "Use the Force, Luke." That I like that part a lot. I like the whole trench run and the Death Star run. And it shows Wedge, who comes later on in Return of the Jedi, and Rise of Skywalker, which is I'm going to talk about later. I'm not going to tell you if it's my first or second favorite movie, because no spoilers. And yeah, so A New Hope is my third favorite movie. And it shows that, and I like the cantina scene where Dr. Cornelius Evison says, "He doesn't like you." And then Luke says, "I'm sorry, I don't," and then, "I don't like you either," and then, "Just watch yourself." And then Greedo going to Han Solo. That's when Star Wars fans find out who Han Solo actually is, a smuggler, more of a trickster type of guy. And yeah, A New Hope is my third favorite movie. Let's move on to my second favorite movie. Number 2 will be The Rise of Skywalker. So The Rise of Skywalker is a great movie. The first month or two, first 3 months of me watching it, I thought it was my favorite movie. And then I decided it's not my favorite movie anymore because of a couple of things. Palpatine. Palpatine was not supposed to come back. And they kind of overpowered Rey. I mean, I love the part where the Force goes say, "Rey, the Force is with you, Rey," and then let the Force flow through you. Every Jedi who lives inside you, every Jedi who lives inside you now. It's really good. It's a really good movie, and I love it when Lando's fleet arrives. When Poe, the Resistance failed, Snap dies, and then Poe just gives up because there are not a lot of members left. And then Poe comes with that big fleet. It's really good. That is why it's my second favorite movie. The ending's really good, and it shows Palpatine at the end, at the beginning. It shows Kylo Ren. He says, "I have been every voice you've heard," which is phenomenal. I like that. And this is why The Rise of Skywalker is my second favorite movie. But why did they make Palpatine come back? Why did they make him come back? I don't know why. And they overpowered Rey. And at the end, they said, Rey said, "Rey Skywalker," which she really wasn't a Skywalker. She was a Palpatine. She just wasn't. She was kind of ashamed that she was a Palpatine, which is I don't know why. They should have had a new villain or another villain. And I like the part where Ben Solo comes against the Knights of Ren and does this, and then starts slashing them. That's a good part. But they kind of overpowered Rey with all that Force lightning attacking the Resistance. And Rey uses 2 lightsabers and makes an X to destroy Palpatine. I don't really know why J.J. Abrams decided to do that. I don't know, but it's okay because it's my second favorite movie. A lot of people hate it. I understand. I love it personally. I had it as my favorite movie because it ends. They put an end to the saga, and that's a great ending to the saga. I didn't want them to lose. I don't want the saga to end like that. And then I just felt nostalgia. And since I was 3 years old watching Star Wars, and now it comes to an end and they don't even win. Come on. But they did win. Thankfully, I felt nostalgic. I felt nostalgic about this whole thing, and I'm gonna miss Star Wars. The music, the lightsaber duels, the funny dialogue, or there's some awkward dialogue, Attack of the Clones. And yeah, now let's move on to my favorite movie. Now my favorite Star Wars movie, aka my number 1, will be Empire Strikes Back. Empire Strikes Back is a great movie. It's the fifth Star Wars movie. It shows him, Luke, getting beat up because that's reality. That's how people are when they just train. And it's called he was inexperienced. I love how it shows Yoda Yoda into exile after seeing him after 22 years. 22 years after. No, not necessarily. No, but we haven't seen Yoda in a long time, or for the first time if you watched before the prequels. It's a great movie. It shows that bounty hunter scene with Bosk, Dengar, Boba Fett. Darth Vader is asking these bounty hunters to search for Han Solo and keep him alive to get his bounty, I love that bounty hunter scene, which is really cool. And then Boba Fett ends up finding him, and then Han Solo gets frozen in carbonite. That's when it shows Han Solo and Leia's love story. That's when it starts to happen. And yeah, the part on Hoth, not my favorite part. The first 35 minutes or so, not my favorite part. And it also shows Darth Vader's mask getting taken off. I mean, that's an okay part. That's not really important. And it has Darth Vader just force choking this guy while watching it, while talking to him. It's just good, really cool. And then they see Darth Vader. Han Solo opens the door, and he sees Darth Vader, shoots at him, and then Darth Vader just uses the Force to stop it. He said, "We will be honored if you would join us." And then at the end, Luke versus Darth Vader. The Force is with young Skywalker, but you are not a Jedi yet. That, I like the beginning, and then they start lightsaber dueling, and then cuts his hand off. And then, I am your father. One of the best scenes in Star Wars. It's well known from everybody. I don't care if you don't know if you don't like Star Wars. You have to know that I am your father, because that is cool. That part is really, even Toy Story 2. They had that villain, I forgot his name, and he said, "I am your father," and which is really cool, and it's well known for that. And he says, no, just a great reaction, good acting, and yeah, that's my 9 favorite Star Wars movies. If you enjoyed, I hope you enjoyed, and if you did, smash that like button and subscribe. Let's get 500 subscribers, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace. May the Force be with you.